So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Geno now to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Throwing now is Geno. He lets it fly for Lockett. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 39 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Here's Darnold. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he's down to the 11. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Darnold from the gun. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation.
There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A 12-yard touchdown grab, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now
his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Darnold now to throw. Complete. Jefferson to target. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Geno. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Here's Powell on the return. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Darnold.
Over the middle and complete to Addison.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. They find some open field here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Darnold.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Now Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Smith.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Smith now to throw.
And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing again is Smith.
Repeated the last play, finding Walker.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Ken Walker.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
To throw is Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now it's Darnold.
Open man is Jalen Naylor.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
10 yards and a Seattle first down. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Now he steps away.
And this one too low.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Myers' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
straight ahead, Walker. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Throwing now is Gino.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Darnold.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, here's Walker. And out of bounds right around the 20. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And Walker once more.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Geno now to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that gives them a 3-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Derek Hall picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Ryan Wright now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken from just outside the 30. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now in this